Welcome back to Nimble Productions. My name is Randy Cornelius Boyd. We're here with another segment of Behind the Art. Today we're going to be taking a look at the sketch, The Worst Type of Friends to Take a Road Trip With. I had to make sure I said that right because it's a long title. But yes, we're back here with the road trip sketch. And so let's just get into it. You know how this goes. I still think we should have gone to Miami. I don't know why y'all got us taking this trip in the first place. Cause I know we took a vote. But y'all voted wrong. That's all I'm saying. So I wanted to do this sketch, I think, because I feel like this was just around the time where a lot of people were just doing like worst types memes and videos. I think I had actually just taken a road trip with my friends. I want to say I just took a road trip with my friends to Tennessee, or maybe I was planning the road trip. So the way that worked out is that we actually was like, we're going on a road trip, these dates, where we're going to go. And then I wanted to plan it and discuss it. Other people were like, we're just going to choose it on the day of, and that's where we're going to go. So we ended up in Tennessee from Atlanta. So just a few hours drive, but it ended up being a memorable trip. And so I think I was just thinking, the worst type of friends to take a road trip with, because there's so many to choose from, and maybe I was experiencing some of these. Maybe I was some of these. And it seemed like a fun concept to do. So I was like, why not? So, I mean, funny enough, I'm actually in my car in the driveway of the house I was living in at the time. And it's funny because when I initially started filming this, I was like, I can't just sit in the car the whole time. Like, the whole point is that they're on a road trip driving. So I was like, all right, let me see if I could like film this and go into an empty parking lot and record this, because I couldn't be on the road talking because that would have been dangerous. So I was going to find an empty parking lot. So then I did a test run with the camera and my phone mount that was mounting the camera on my windshield, and it wasn't. I didn't have a stabilizer on the camera, so with me driving, the camera was just shaking up and down. I was like, wow, so this is not going to work. I was like, so guess I got to be parked somewhere. And I was like, well, let me park in the driveway, because maybe then at least some cars would drive by. I don't know. I was like, the driveway is what it is. And so I think it works because I'm in the car, so you get the point at least. And this was a fun video to make, because I've watched this video so many times, because I really am cracking myself up with this. So I hope y'all enjoy it. But like, I literally think that this is funny work that I've done. So I kept a lot of stuff in because I just loved it all. It is one of the longer sketches. I don't like the way this car drives. Is it aligned? We're going to turn the air down because it is too hot in here. Okay. I ain't even got enough room in my seat. I do not like the look of those clouds. It is finna rain, y'all. I don't drive in the rain on the road. No, I don't want to eat there. No, it is too cold. It's my turn to drive, but I can't even get the seat to fit right. How am I supposed to drive with the seat don't fit right? I ain't comfortable. I ain't not the least bit comfortable. I can't do this. I can't drive like this. I'm sorry. I think the complainer one, maybe that was me. Because it's just like, we all know that person. I try not to be this person, but we all know that person. They just complain, and that could ruin any trip, whether it was a road trip or y'all were flying or a cruise or whatever. Just someone complaining the whole time. And for me, it was fun to play because all of this was improvised. Like, I didn't write a script for this. And so I was like, all right, complain. What would someone complain about? And so this person found every little thing to complain about. And one of my favorite parts is just like he's like, it's too cold in here. And then a second later, he's like, it is too hot. And it's just like, they just really aren't looking to be satisfied, but truly just on the trip to complain. And they're probably not invited to the next one.
No, I'm on the trip. See, it's always something with you. Oh, it's like that. Oh, it's like that. I don't like to fight. I don't like it when we fight. No, they influencing me. And you right. I love you. Wow. Believe it or not, I like to have fun. Are you mad? No, you hang up first. You mad? You hang up first. No, you hang up first. Okay, we're over. On 3, ready, 1, 2, 3. Why you ain't hang up? You saw me hang up first.
I think for the one constantly arguing with their significant other, I don't think I've personally experienced it on a road trip or on a vacation, but we all know that friend or that couple friend, they're together, but it's like, dang, why are y'all together? Y'all are always arguing. And if it's just your one friend, you're like, oh, like, bet, like, we're finally gonna have a good time with you, not with your significant other. Y'all not gonna be arguing. It's just gonna be, the crew, and we're gonna have a good time. And then they still find a way to ruin your good time because they're arguing with their significant other on the phone. For this one, it was just like, it seemed like they were having a petty argument, and no one wanted to be the one who was wrong. But then, the reason that you're so blown about why these people are together is because they also be telling you how much they love that person. So when he's like, I love you, they influencing me. And then somehow the friends end up being the ones blamed, like, you making that person crazy just because they in this toxic relationship. So I thought it was just all a bunch of relatable stuff that we might not experience necessarily on a road trip, but with that certain friend. And I might have been that person in a past life. That doesn't resonate with me now, but in the past, I probably was that person. Maybe not on the road trip, but definitely when we hanging out. So yeah, really just the person that you'd rather not bring because they just gonna be bringing all the drama to the trip.
The other day, I was at Walmart and they ain't had no Hawaiian Punch. That's what black people need to be all about. We need to be speaking to managers just like they do. I came back the next week, and guess what? They ain't have no Hawaiian Punch. And now I'm not allowed to come back to that Walmart for at least about 3 months, they said that. And then the baby fell out the car. And the mama just kept driving, and the baby got up. It was kind of a big baby, so the baby was able to get up. And then she looked back just like that, and she said, "That's my baby." I went back and studied that math. I was in 5th grade doing 7th grade math by the next week. I was doing calculus.
I think for the one who's always talking, I think I was channeling an older Southern gentleman, it seems. I don't know why. This one was the hardest one to shoot because, again, it was all improvised. So I didn't have a script of just rambling and talking, so which would have been hard to remember if I did have a script. But I was just like, okay, just start talking about something. I don't know. And then the baby thing, which I love, the baby thing was like, what is he talking about? Because when this person is talking so much, you don't even be listening. So you're like, are they talking about? Like, how did we get on this topic from the Hawaiian Punch to the baby? Now, how he was doing calculus. And that's really how it be, because you don't even care what they're talking about. And they don't even realize that no one is paying attention, but they just keep talking. And it could be really brutal on a road trip when you're stuck in a car and you're like, I can't, there's no way I'm getting out of here, and I'm just trapped listening to them talking. But yeah, definitely, I don't know why I channeled the Southern rambling gentleman who is probably sitting on his porch talking to everyone passing by.
I don't need the GPS. We take this trip every single year. I know exactly which way to go. Was that my exit? That was my exit. Okay, we're gonna take the next one. That was my turn right there. It's okay. I'm gonna put us in reverse. It's okay. I'm gonna put us in reverse. It's a dead end. How we get it to a dead end? You're supposed to be co-pilot. So y'all worry about whether we going the right way or not. We supposed to be creating memories.
The one who always gets lost is not me by any means, because I always use a GPS. I'm so geographically challenged. I always use a GPS. Most of the time, I use it just because I want to avoid traffic. But, okay, most of the time I don't know where I'm going for sure. But anywho, completely dependent on it. So it's not me, but we know those people. You ask them, let me put it in the GPS? And they're like, no, I know where I'm going. And then they get lost. And it's really brutal on a road trip, because you can take the wrong turn or the wrong exit and be adding extra hours to the trip that wasn't even supposed to be all that long. And they always have an excuse and always trying to shift the blame. I love it that he's like, we're supposed to be creating memories. It's not even supposed to be about if we go in the right way, because it's just really ridiculous. And he's really just trying to shift the blame.
What you mean, can I see? I drive like this every day. Have I died? No. Okay. So I don't even know why you got your seatbelt on. We good. We good. Did I die?
I think for this one, the reckless driver one, because I was stationary in the driveway, it was the hardest one to like convey in my stationary car. So I knew that I had to physically be wild and extra so that, you know, it would come across that this person was driving very reckless and throwing themselves and the passenger from side to side and going over bumps and zooming in and out the lanes like people do in Atlanta on any day. It was fun because I got to be really ridiculous with this. And you know, there's always those people who you get in the car with drive crazy as heck, and they're like, "Did you die though? But did you die?" And then you always be like, "No, I didn't die, but we came very close. I would like to not come close to dying." So
die? Have I died? That's right. I'm gonna just whip this like I do every day, okay? We're gonna be there 3 hours early. Thank you. You welcome.
Now that is one thing about the reckless driver. You can put on the GPS and it's gonna say, "Oh, you 40 minutes away." They gonna get you there in a good 20 to 30, because they are speeding and taking no precaution. And it's gonna be a heck of a ride there, but you're gonna get there earlier than you thought you would. So there are some perks to being the passenger of a reckless driver.
I'm glad I was still able to make the trip, because you know I really thought I was gonna be out and not able to go, but I'm feeling a lot better. I'm sorry. That one caught me off guard. I'm sorry. You got any tissue? Thank you. I just probably need to take a nap when we get to the hotel. That's all I need. And some medicine. That's all I really need. I'm gonna roll the window down so we ain't gotta worry about that. All them germs gonna fly out. I'm not gonna get you sick.
The one who's always sick, or who is sick, that one resonates with me because I'm a germaphobe. So like, if you're sick, don't come over here getting me sick. And then the thing about them is that you don't find out that they're sick until y'all sitting up there ready to go on the road trip, and you're like, "What? You've been sick for a week now. You've got a stomach virus and a fever, but you're still coming on the trip to get all of us sick." And it really irks me when people do that, because I'm telling you, I'm a germaphobe, and if you're sick, I love you, but I don't want you near me, and like, please tell me that you're sick so I know to avoid you. And then the fact that they were in a car, you know, sneezing and coughing, I probably would have backed out on the trip if this actually happened to me.
Don't blame it on a good time. Blame it on the boogie. Too many people use your name in vain. Love. Any, many, money, mo. Ease on down the road. Waiting in the water. Waiting in the water. Chills children. El Chico del Apartamento Cinco Doce. Okay, I say I mean pobre corazon saltar. What? Oh, you mad because I'm cultured? I'm sorry.
The one who sings to every song, I know a few of them. I don't think I am that person. That's fine with me because as you saw my singing ability here in the video. But it was funny because it was like, okay, what songs am I going to put in here to really show that this person sings to every song? So we had, the throwback Michael Jackson and some newer stuff, and then you get ridiculous with the Negro spirituals. Like, you really like they're singing every song, including the Negro spiritual, and then they know the song in Spanish. They know the Spanish song that came on, and it's just like, this is ridiculous. And they be singing the whole ride, and it makes you want to cut the music off and just sit in silence. So this was fun to film, and I think I filmed a lot of other songs, but because of time, I had to cut it down to something that I still felt showed that they were singing every song. I think my favorite one was the Negro spiritual and also Selena, because I had to look up I knew the song, but I had to look up the lyrics to make sure I was saying the Spanish right because I'm rusty on my Spanish. But yeah, the person who sings every song, and that is our cast of road trip attendees. Thank you all for joining me for this edition of Behind the Art, where we look through the worst type of friends to go on a road trip with sketch. I hope I said that title right. I should know the title of my work, shouldn't I? Anywho, thank y'all. See y'all next time.